Wow, así que han llegado al mercado, los robots de Boston Dynamics, de los que hablé bastantes veces hace un tiempo con los VTech News y todo eso. Pues eso, han llegado al mercado y Unbox Therapy ha comprado uno y parece que tiene un unboxing. Y yo creo que es hora de hacer una pequeña reacción. Vamos allá. Este vídeo, por lo que veo, ya es un poco distinto. Han intentado meter un poco así de aire misterioso de qué es lo que van a hacer. Mucha intriga, por lo que veo. ¿Por qué esto no está en español?
We received a product, a gadget that seems more significant than usual. It's the most futuristic thing. It's not a smartphone. This is a moving, intelligent. I mean, it's a robot.
Han intentado meterle un poco aire de documental, así un poco de intriga, de subir el hype, que es bastante distinto a lo que hacen habitualmente. Ahí están.
Those early clips were very unpolished. It seemed far off. Oh, yeah, they're working on that, but people aren't going to get these things. The early videos prepared you for an eventual reality that you were certain this future would happen and it was on its way, but you weren't certain of the timeline.
Venga, abridlo ya.
Shall we gather around?
Me gustaría ir saltándome un poquito más el vídeo porque son 20 minutacos, pero al mismo tiempo entiendo todo el tema del YouTube struggle y por lo tanto les intento dar también un poco de watch time y todo esto. Al mismo tiempo quiero también meterme así un poco en la mente y de las cosas que están viendo, que parece ser bastante interesante.
It's here, it's happening, it's a movie. This is a movie now.
Venga, ábrelo. Pues que me habría molado estar ahí en ese estudio con estos abriéndolo.
It's bigger. It's bigger. It occupies the whole case.
Así parece un dron.
Holy.
Pues que tener una cosa así, yo no sé, o sea, no sé exactamente qué uso le daría yo, pero me molaría. Que claro, son 75.000 napos que tienes que soltar para conseguir uno y seguramente tienes que poner en lista de espera y cosas así porque tienen unidades limitadas. Pero al mismo tiempo es algo que me molaría.
The motors are so sensitive.
What's going through your mind right now?
I can imagine it moving, but it's big. It's a big. Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah. This is one of the batteries. It's got a handle on it. It actually looks like it has a...
Me recuerda bastante a las baterías que te puedes encontrar en las motos eléctricas. Normalmente las de las motos eléctricas son un poquito más grandes, pero es el mismo estilo. Tiene normalmente algo para sujetar y tal. A ver si consigo hacer alguna review pronto.
Power indicator as well?
Yeah.
Now I just noticed I almost missed this. Inside the package is a pretty elaborate looking controller. Whoa! It's like video game controller meets drone controller.
Sí. Sí, sí,
Android. So
pedazo
this is
de
running
pantallaca.
Yeah, it's a full out Android device, like almost like an Android tablet. And there's a spot application on here. Okay. Am I ready? I feel like I need a crash course over here, but...
Buah, es que es de las típicas cosas que dices, buah, quiero poner las manos encima, pero te tienes que mirar más de un manual y tutorial sobre cómo encenderlo, porque obviamente no te lo puedes cargar.
The coolest moment is going to be watching it come to life. The moment at which the limp body is removed from its casket and the power switch is activated and the electricity flows from its battery, that moment right there when it stiffens up, that's the most exciting.
Venga, quiero verlo ya.
All right, here we go.
Es que me recuerda a los bichos estos de Half-Life. Ves esta imagen y esto y es... Tiene ahí su símil, ¿eh? Tiene su qué. Maldito perro. El perro le tiene miedo.
Oh my god.
His heart rate.
Oh my god. Yes, that's it. It happened. It's real. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's here.
Los perros están flipando.
It's everything. I can imagine a disruption of almost every aspect of your life.
Pues que en cuanto empiezan a sacar la misma versión, pero aún más barata, porque ahora mismo ya te digo, son 75.000 neapos que te tienes que gastar y no es un precio que cualquier persona se pueda permitir. Pero en cuanto empiecen a bajar, porque la tecnología y todo esto está más disponible, en cuanto lleguen al precio en plan de 1.000 euros por unidad, la gente empezará a comprarlos. Y pensad un montón, la cantidad de cosas que se podrán hacer es, te compras uno y lo utilizas para llevar las compras, las cosas más difíciles, las cosas más que te dan por saco. Incluso podías ir al Mercadona en plan de, wow, pues vengo a comprar. Le pones el brazo, el attachment extra que te viene y vas comprando. Puede ayudar a un montón de personas que a lo mejor tienen algún tipo de movilidad reducida y todo esto, y al mismo tiempo también puede ayudar en el día a día, que dices, pues es como un extra y no te tienes que preocupar de llevar el carrito ni nada de este estilo. Y además, pues a lo mejor también te sirve para proteger la casa, porque como tiene un montón de cámaras y seguro que se está conectando a internet, si alguien entra, pues más security para ti. No sé, es algo que de aquí a que seguramente lo podamos tener en casa pasará unos cuantos años, pero tampoco tantos.
Every aspect of the traditional ways in which we do things, if you can create a creature that's ultimately like us, moves like us, thinks like us, you imagine it's just a question of how far ahead you want to look. It's anything a human does is where this goes.
Y ahora mismo también se me están pasando otras cosas por la cabeza, porque seguro que más de uno le acabo instalando una flashlight y le programa algún que otro movimiento interesantemente extraño, que sea delante, detrás, un poquito de vibración.
Artificial human is the eventuality.
His heart rate's spiking.
How does that make you feel, Jack?
It's scary. I'm scared.
When that thing comes at you, you have a good sense of like how powerful it is.
Yes, it stopped. It'll stop. It'll stop. Optical avoidance. See that? Whoa! I did not touch the left-right thumbstick. That was all within the unit. It did the obstacle avoidance on its own. It saw Jack and smoothly transitioned around. It's so much more dexterous in person than even the videos that you have seen in the past do justice. Like when you're in control of it, or even just physically in its presence, you immediately recognize the significance. This is not just another gadget. This is one of those bigger moments. This is going to change a lot of things, and we're just at the door right now. We haven't even walked through the door. We're at the door, but I can already see it and feel it.
Quiero ver cómo se sube por las escaleras esas de ahí. Tienen que subirlo.
So this is a big one. We've seen it march about. It's obviously incredibly sophisticated. I don't even need to see this next thing to know what this all means. We're gonna attempt to scale these stairs. That's a pretty significant.
Menos mal, porque si no habría sido ahí una espinita de esas que no han quitado, teniendo esa posibilidad. A ver cómo sube.
It's gonna require some calculation on behalf of the robot to be able to effectively manage that. You can see that the robot sees the stairs right now, and just like the other settings, stairs is within there. Hop, jog, amble, crawl, stairs, walk. I'm gonna select stairs. I'll leave the speed at half, and then what? I just approach the stairs? Oh my god.
God, it's smooth like
Oh
butter.
my god. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I expected. I've seen the robot on video do that, but this is... That test right there, that does it for me. Oh man.
Que las baje.
It has zero chill as well. The speed at which it scaled those stairs, it was not scared. Oh my god. Oh.
You're downstairs right now, controlling the robot upstairs.
Aye.
How much confidence do you have?
Tons, because of the obstacle avoidance. So I just have a camera view. But where I might screw up and bump into something, I have confidence in its own systems that it's going to be able to navigate around them. Even here, working strictly off of the video footage, I'm still not super concerned that I'm going to crash it, for example. I'll just bring it all the way around. I'll bring it right back to the stairs right now.
That is so freaky.
Yo creo que este tipo de cosas ayudará un montón a la gente que no puede moverse. No importa si no hay ascensor o el ascensor no funciona o lo que sea. Coges esto, lo bajas, compras el agua, pagas porque todo va por internet, pim pam. Y en cuanto consigue, cuando Elon Musk o cualquier otra empresa, porque Elon Musk está con su Neuralink o como se llame, pero en cuanto consigan que esta conexión sea a través de solo, yo qué sé, ponerte un dispositivo que te lea la mente o lo que sea, una tecnología de estas de que se conecta a tu cerebro directamente, se acabó. O sea, una persona que esté ahí en la cama y no puede moverse porque, yo que sé, ha tenido un accidente aquí en el cuello, se le ha roto la conexión, no puede andar, necesita de cuidados de una persona externa sí o sí para que le venga todos los días, pero necesita una cosa específica de fuera, pues manda esto. No sé, yo creo que es un avance espectacular.
This is a video game. If you can play a video game, you can control this robot. I can just envision, I can imagine all of the applications for this kind of technology. I can just see it. These are just stairs. What about a terrible, treacherous terrain that a human would never want to enter? I mean, it can basically manage navigation in a similar way to a person. Developed to deal with the type of obstacles that a person would run into.
Oh my god! Oh my god! So cool! It's all electronic! It's so cool! It's so cool!
Okay, let me show you something right now.
Okay.
On this over here.
Lo que pasa es que a lo mejor si llega a ser algo comercial, ¿no? Más para la gente de a pie, no un ingeniero, no un geek de la tecnología ni nada por el estilo, a lo mejor tienen que cambiar el diseño, porque en ciertos momentos me recuerda a una especie de como cucaracha, una cosa rara así, que es como un perro pero una cucaracha y además como que se mueve no de una forma supernatural y está en ese límite de decir, uff, a lo mejor hay gente a la que no le mola, a lo mejor hay gente a la que le da miedo. Y también habría que ver el tema de la seguridad, porque, vale, que tú te lo conectes en tu casa, perfecto. Pero como haya gente, como algún hacker que sepa de alguna vulnerabilidad, pues, ¿sabes? Tiene muchas cámaras y se pueden meter en tu casa y es como un poco... Hay cuestiones un poco tricky ahí detrás, así que por un lado le veo muchas cosas fenomenales, estupendas, de me mola, quiero, pero al mismo tiempo aún tienen que perfeccionarlo. Están flipando los niños.
God, I never imagined seeing one of these.
Right, we see it as a physical object.
Yeah.
It sees it in terms of data.
That is awesome.
It can read the height.
Imagine they made one that was like unfriendly. He would go after us. Robots would rule the world then.
Dios.
Oh. Okay, this is actually a good moment. Spot took a tumble because it was trying to navigate this lip on these stones while at the same time there's dirt on the other side. Now what you'll see on the screen is that the robot is faulted and the self-right button becomes available, and watch Spot self-right even in that weird situation with all
Ay, las flores. No, las... ¡Ah!
Look at this. Boom!
Las florecillas.
Let's see if Spot can get out of this terrible situation here. Tight plant. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go!
Me cuesta un poco.
Oh, yeah! That was tough. Think about this for a second. Spot doesn't necessarily interpret this plant life as soft as it is. Those could be major obstacles. It has to do the computational stuff to figure out, okay, where can I push? How can I get out of here? And this is tight. All these plants down here, some of them high. And so you saw Spot just struggling and staying upright and eventually getting out of the situation. Impressive. When Spot takes a fall, there is a moment of kind of the parenting aspect, right? Spot, are you okay? But same time, it's so sophisticated that you kind of, part of you has confidence that Spot's gonna figure it out, which is strange to have that degree of confidence in something that's still so new. But definitely you can't detach yourself completely. It's a moving thing, and therefore you almost want to nudge it. You almost want to help it up a little bit, but Spot probably doesn't need it. This is too much, right?
I don't know. Try it.
Son 75.000 pavos en el suelo. ¡Ah!
Oh, did you see the push? The push off to get space.
Sí, pero se ha rayado.
Spot got nicked up.
Sí, sí.
Oh, man.
Dios.
What's weird is how at first Spot gets nicked up and you think of it as a kind of piece of technology, like you got a scratch on your new phone. But then you realize Spot is an entirely different thing that's meant to be out and active. And when you're out and active, these scrapes and bumps are just daily life for Spot. Spot is not a smartphone. Wow. Oh man. The thing to remember here is, yes, I'm controlling Spot with this remote. I can see what Spot sees and I'm sort of dictating the direction, but the calculations are happening inside of Spot. All of the sophisticated work is there when Spot has to decide through looking at an obstacle, sensing an obstacle, what's necessary to get over it or around it. I'm kind of pointing Spot in a direction, but then it's doing the math to figure out, okay, this is a rock. I'm going to approach it in this way. It's not like an RC car. I know it's kind of tempting to think of it that way, But whether I had this remote or not, if I asked Spot to go from A to B, Spot would figure out the best course of action in order to get there. Boom. Easy. Look at this. Oh, he danced through it. He danced through it. That's why it's important to look at Spot as a platform. It's fun to use the remote control, but the real eventual application is some degree of autonomy. This rail system here is capable of expanding Spot's functionality. Spot could carry cargo, could also carry a variety of sensors. LiDAR scanner, could carry a camera in order to do some kind of surveillance or to map out an interior environment. There's a variety of components that can be added to this section of Spot, or you can even go ahead and rig something up yourself because this is a relatively standardized rail system that's on the back. The idea of the robot as the helper has been around since far before the potential existed to actually manufacture it, to create it, or to execute it. If this is a technology product, and it's anything like all the other technology products we've seen, the advancement that's going to take place in the next decade is going to make the next version of it seem like a completely different thing. Well, in the same way that the smartphone I'm carrying now is nothing like the house phone that I grew up with. But what happens when it gets up on two legs? Anything a human does is where this goes. The 10-year from now version of Spot is unrecognizable, isn't it?
What a ride, what a ride. Me ha molado un montón el vídeo. Es como han intentado darle un poco un estilo distinto a lo que hacen en un box therapy, pero la tecnología esta es tremenda. Ahora mismo, obviamente, no habrá mucha gente que pueda utilizarla, pero dentro de unos años, dentro de 10 años, yo imagino que este tipo de cosas estarán mucho más accesibles a la gente y me encantaría ver ese futuro. Y me encantaría tener unos cuantos robots de estos. Lo programas para que todos los viernes vaya a comprarte comida, en plan, tráeme agua, tráeme una garrafa de 5 litros, o tráeme carne mientras yo estoy haciendo mis cosas en casa, o yo qué sé, empujar la silla de ruedas o lo que sea. Es como que las posibilidades son infinitas, la verdad. Y tengo unas ganas tremendas de ponerle las manos encima. Si os ha gustado el vídeo, ya sabéis, dadle a like, suscribiros y nos vemos en el próximo. Chao.